Our Father who art in heaven.
This is my wicked word. This is my confusion word. Listen to Palibran. I'm really telling you a story about one lady girl. Polly they go to work. Polly they work for bank. Then I enter for motor. The river they go. The river they go. Opposite Udi. By the right hand side. Along Gusukudu Road. I see people run. I see people run. Then I ask the driver waiting they happen. The driver waiting they happen. The driver tell the body boy. See no day for thought. See no day for thought. If better you take your eye and see. Then I call the driver. The driver waiting. The driver waiting. This is my wicked word. This is my confusion word. Listen to Palibran.
All of us. In 1776, the United States separated from the United Kingdom by declaration. Today, they are the world power. In 1830, Belgium separated from Netherlands. Today, they are one of the most powerful countries in Europe. Both of the countries. In 1965, Singapore separated from Malaysia. Today, they have transformed into global financial hub as a result of the separation. Why is it that when we call for separation, Nigeria and their criminals will be calling us terrorists? Don't fall for it. The past separation has led to the upsurge of economic development in the case of India and Pakistan, Norway, Denmark, Switzerland. Each of these separation has led to the upsurge of economic and development. In 2002, East Timor separated from Indonesia. In 1921, Ireland separated from the United Kingdom. Today, they are one of the powerful countries we have. In 1944, Iceland separated from Denmark, demonstrating that nations can part away without violence. Why do you kill Biafrans? Whenever we say we are fed up of Nigeria. In Nigeria, where you have dangerous diversity, in Nigeria, where you have the northern part of Nigeria practicing Islamic State, practicing Islamic Sharia law, and they have different culture, different laws, different rules, different everything. And with that kind of mentality and setup, we can never develop as a nation. That is the reason we call for the separate state, and of course for independent state for Biafra. Apart from the killings, genocide against our people, and jihad. In 1905, Norway and Sweden separated and goes their separate ways. Today, they are one of the most powerful countries in Europe because of the separation. In 1947, India and Pakistan separated. The list can go on and on and on.
Welcome. Thank you for joining me on this very quick evening broadcast. You're all welcome wherever you are joining from. Please like and share the program. Share to family and friends. Share to those who are close to you. Invite somebody to join us. Let us send this message across. It's going to be a very quick one. I'm not going to take much of your time. I know it is Sunday, and on Sundays, people have the time to do one or two things for themselves. On Sundays, some of us, that is the only day we have as a rest day. So I'm not going to be here to consume all your days on Sunday. I'm just going to take some few moments out of your day, and I appreciate everyone that is going to pay attention to this very broadcast. I know that some people are still in their churches. Some have gone to church and come back, like myself. Some are still preparing to go to church. So I wish all our Christian brothers and sisters a very happy Sunday. It is a blessed Sunday, and we say, may all glory, all honor, all adoration be unto Chukwu Okike Abiam. We have gone, those who have gone to church, and we prayed. Personally, always pray for Biafra. I don't forget that. It is my responsibility. And I believe everyone who has gone or are still in the church will always remember to pray for Biafra also. And I also believe that those who are preparing to go to church, we pray for Biafra wherever they are. Onyeka Chris, you're welcome. Thank you so much. Happy Sunday, Onyeka. Thank you. So it is a very blessed Sunday. Sunday is a day we go to worship Chukwu Okike Abiam as Christians. However you want to worship Chukwu Okike Abiam, I do not have any problem with you. You want to worship in the Jewish method as a Christian or as a traditionalist, it is all acceptable. As long as you are doing it in truthfulness, in sincerity of heart. My Christianity is not in a war with Biafra. My Biafranness comes first. I was first of all a Biafran before I became a Christian. First of all, a Biafran before I became a Christian. So I will not forget my Biafranness, and there's nothing anybody can do to make me forget my Biafranness. If you're a Christian and you think that being a Christian is running away from your Biafranness, then you are missing it. You are not a Christian. Because the Christ who the Christians claim to be representing and following, Christ himself was a freedom fighter from the beginning of his life to the end. His purpose of coming into this world was to fight for the freedom of mankind. That was why he came. To free us from sin, to free us from captivity, and give us that opportunity to return back to the kingdom of Chukwu Okike Abiam. That was why he came. So if you claim you are a Christian, and today when you see people who are fighting for their freedom, you see them as strange people. You see them as people who doesn't know what they are doing. You see them as troublemakers. You are not a Christian. Your Christianity is just in the lip service. Those ones who feel that they are more spiritual than the Pope and they are more godly than God himself. So you are not doing the right thing. So whichever religion you are, more especially Christians, you must know that freedom, seeking for freedom, is one of the 10 that is the foundation of that faith you believe in. The faith you believe in, the foundation is based on seeking for freedom. So if there is anybody who will fight for freedom and fight for freedom effectively, it should be a Christian. Because the leader of Christianity itself, the person that founded Christianity itself, the person of whom we are following as Christians, fought for freedom from the very first day he was born until that. His purpose of coming was for freedom. So how could you say you are a Christian and you are not speaking of the freedom of your people? It doesn't add up. And I hope those of us who are misunderstanding the freedom fighting should begin to get it right. Ogwejiofo Obiano Ndewo Maze, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Ogwejiofo. That is it. Ofo Kaiji Aga, my brother. Or go I now. Ofo Kaiji Ano the off. Ogwejofor, very nice name. Very nice name. Ogo Ijofor Nano, you must win. Ogwejofor Nano, you must win. Any war you go to with a clean hand and pure heart, you must win. With sincerity, you must win. Ogwejofor. That is what we are doing in Biafra. Biafra itself is Ogwejofor. I love that name. Biafra itself is Ogwejofor. So if you are a Biafran and a Jirofo now fighting for this Biafra, I'm sorry. If you are a Biafran seeking for Biafra, a freedom fighter, and you are not fighting in truth, in sincerity, you are missing it. You don't know what you are doing. That is why I say those who claim to be Christian and they don't talk about Biafra in their churches, pastors who banned people from speaking about Biafra. You can't testify about Biafra in your churches among places where you go. You don't know what to identify yourself as a Biafran. Sorry. You don't know what you're doing to yourself. You don't know how you are betraying your own freedom. You will not understand what you are doing to yourself until one day, you realize what you are doing yourself. My beloved brothers and sisters that are watching, wherever you are watching from, I welcome you once again, and I appreciate everyone who is standing tall up to this minute in this quest for freedom. It is a battle that we must win. It does not matter what the enemy did. It doesn't matter what they say, how they say it, how many they are, who they sent, and who they use to pass their message. We must win. The battle of the freedom of Biafra is a battle that we must win. So wherever you are watching this program from, I want to ask you, how prepared are you? Did you tighten up your belt properly? Are you sure you are holding onto your seat belt very well? Because if you lose your seat, somebody is going to take it. Some of us do not know what we have. And that is why some of us are playing around. They do not care. And when I mean some of us, I mean some of us Biafrans, those of us from the old southeastern region, more especially the Igbo Biafrans. Some of us don't know what we have. We don't know what we have. It is even foreigners, people, others that knows what we have. It is strangers that know what we have, and that is why they are jealous of us. That is why they don't want to hear about us. But those of us who are Biafrans, more especially the Igbo Biafrans, you don't know what you have. You don't even appreciate what you have because you don't know what it is. And I'm not surprised, because only people that knows the value of gold can be able to keep it safe and sound. Take gold and give to somebody who doesn't know the value. He will play around with it. Take a diamond and give somebody who doesn't know the worth of a diamond. He might even throw it away. Abandon it wherever he is. But when you take gold or diamond and give to somebody that knows the value, they will keep it in the highest secret place that they have. They will secure it with everything they have. If they don't have a safe, they will go and buy a strong safe and put it. If they don't come with it, they will look for a secret place and put it. But when you give that to somebody who doesn't know the value of gold, he might even go outside and just dash it to somebody and walk away. And that is what some of us are doing. We have something that is precious, but unfortunately, we do not know the value. We don't know the value. It is people outside that are jealous. The attack on the Biafran people today, the attack, envy, and jealousy in Biafran is because of what they have. Those people are not just jealous because they want to. There is something they are seeing in you that you yourself don't even see. There is something they see in us that we ourselves, so many of us don't see it. That is why they are envious. They are wishing that they have what we have. They wish they have what we have. The boldness we have, the aura of the lion that we have, You can't buy it in the market. You cannot buy it in the market. You can't use money and buy it. It is a gift from Chukwu Okike Abiam. That when you see a Biafra stepping into a place, when a Biafra stepping into an environment, the environment will change. Once the people in that gathering realize that this person is a Biafra, the whole mood will change. I don't know whether if you notice that. When there is a gathering of people in, let's take example, Nigeria itself. When you are in the midst of people, Nigerians, all of a sudden, they realize you are a Biafra. Maybe somebody call your name and Chukwu enters your name. Or somehow somebody introduce you as a Biafra. The environment will change. All eyes will be on you. They want to see what you want. They know what is coming. They are expecting that something can happen, whether negative or positive. Something must happen. That is how powerful our presence is. The presence of a Biafran is very, very powerful. And some of us do not know. That is why the Janjaweed feel threatened. That is why Othman Danfodio said that we are domineering. Wherever we are, naturally, wherever we go, we dominate it with our presence. The domineering spirit that Othman Danfodio is talking, it is not made by us. It is not made by you as a Biafran. It is Chukwu Okike that planted that spirit inside you. That wherever you appear as a Biafran, you dominate. Naturally, that's domination comes up. People around you begin to feel your presence immediately. And many people are not comfortable with that. I didn't make it so. You didn't make it so. It is a gift from Chukwu Okike Abiam. But many of us have abused that gift. Many of us, we have abused that gift. Many of us, we left that gift that was given to us. We abuse it. We misuse it. Some of us use it for irrelevant things. But I bet you, Biafra is going to restore our dignity. Biafra is going to restore the original dominating spirit that we have. That is meant to build the world and build people around us. That inspiring spirit around us. That wherever we step our foot, everybody there will be inspired to sit up and begin to do something. Wherever you see a Biafran, people around there will sit up. You can't be dull where a Biafra is in charge. That is why you see the zoo can never, ever, ever survive. Because we have left them. We have left long time ago. We left them even before the declaration of the declaration of Biafra. We have left them. We left their economy, their government for them. Because they pronounced it and said they don't want us. And since they don't want us, we walked away. And from the moment we walked away, the zoo has never, ever recovered. And will never, ever recover. Because we are the builders. As a Biafra, you are the builder. They are scared of us because of what we have. They are jealous of us. Look at our leaders that we have. Some of you don't know the value of even Mazen Nandekan. Do you know Biafrans? So many Biafrans. Instead of appreciating Mazen Nandekan and the value in him, what he brought to the table, jealousy is occupying them. The spirit of jealousy in some of us as Biafrans is really, really disturbing. When you see your brother doing something, instead of you to appreciate him, thank Chukwu Okike Abiam for him, and learn from him to build yourself, you become jealous and you seek for a way to destroy him, to take over what he or she has worked for. Instead of looking for your own to build, every one of us is wonderfully created and made. Every Biafran has a special talent and we can make difference in our own ways. Every single one of us, we are talented. There is no Biafran that is not talented. It is only when you leave your talent and begin to pursue another person's talent, you get confused and you become empty. You become empty. But when you discover your own talent as a Biafran, you will break walls. You will skyrocket to high heaven and nobody will stop you. Unstoppable, that's what you're going to be. Our supreme leader, Mazen Nandekam, that you know, answered his call. He did a great job. And today, I can bet you that other regions are wishing they have a Mazen Nandekam. The Middle Belt today, Middle Belt are wishing they have a Mazen Nandekam. If they do, if they did, their condition will not be the way it is. The Hausa people are wishing that they have a Mazen Nandekam to ginger them and wake them up to stand on the front line for them. The Hausa people are praying for such a man like him, but unfortunately, they don't have it. They don't have it. And there's nothing they can do about it. The Oduduwa people are wishing they have a Mazen Nandekano that can speak and stand in his words, regardless what anybody can do. They wish they have a Mazen Nandekano that can speak the truth to the authorities and stand without flinching right, left, and center. Every other region and tribes wish they have somebody like Mazen Nandekano. But what about us who are blessed by such a leader? What about us? Some of us don't know his value. It is even some of us that sold him out. It is some of us that puts him where he is today and continue to make sure that he doesn't come out. Some of us, we put him where he is today and we continue to make sure that he doesn't come out from there. And you think you've done a good job and you think you go scot-free. Be careful what you wish for. Those of you who have sold Mazen Nandekano and continue to work day in, day out to make sure that he doesn't come out. Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for, because that thing is going to haunt you. It's going to haunt you really bad. Today, you see the situation in Biafra land. You see the chaos we have in Biafra land. You feel the distrust and disbelief you have in Biafra land. As we speak today, Mazen Nandekano still remains the only person that is trusted by even his enemies. Mazen Nandekano is trusted even by his enemies. Some of them ignorantly, unknowingly confess him. They can't hide, they can't help it. At a point in time, they confess him. Those of you who are working hard to see that it doesn't come out. And we know who they are. The politicians in Biafra land who see Mazen Nandekano as a threat. The politicians in Biafra land who knows they cannot compete with his personality. They are so scared with the presence of Mazen Nandekano. They are so scared with that name. Whenever that name is mentioned, Nandekano, they are shivering. And they are doing everything humanly possible to make sure that name doesn't exist. Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. The destruction you are bringing upon Biafra land is going to consume you. Definitely, it will consume you. This disunity and distrust you are creating in Biafra land, it will consume you. The politicians in Biafra land who feel threatened, they are so scared whenever they hear that name, Mazen Nandekano. And there's nothing they can do about it. Keep on your propaganda, blackmail, your evil plans and meetings, you can't stop his freedom. He's definitely going to come out. The same way you by yourself gave back to Master Simon Eber. Your action gave back to Master Simon Eber, the Oputobia of Biafra land. You gave back to him. And he came out, did all he could to save Biafrans, to save our land. He came out to do his best to save our land. And some of you stood on the way. Those haters of good, those who are scared of progress, who are scared of success, who are scared of the good men, you came together, you conspired with the enemies, both globally and locally. And you kidnapped, arrested Master Simon Eber and took him away. And we are here watching. Today, Finland and Nigeria is playing their games. Finland elongated the case of Master Simon Eber unnecessarily. Nigeria is doing the same thing unnecessarily. Finland, after arresting our prime minister without an evidence, it was only after they arrested Master Simon Eber, after 6 months, they came out with charges and all that. They arrested him and began to investigate. Something that I've never heard of before. In the Western world, the investigation is done thoroughly first before an arrest is made. You make an investigation thoroughly before an arrest is made. And once arrest is made, prosecution starts. But Master Simon Eber was detained for more than 6 months with nothing to be said. And today, instead of pronouncing the charges they claim they have, or whatever charge they claim they have against him, instead of pronouncing their judgment, they say the judgment will come by September. 3 months, more than 3 months adjournment. And today, we are also here, we are watching Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also. They came and they told us, oh, they are going to make the case speed. They're going to speed the case. They don't want it to stay long. They don't want it to be there until they go for vacation. Here we are. They threw the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, 3 months adjournment, and they went to vacation. Our fate is in our hands. Nobody is going to fight this battle for us. It is you and I that will fight the battle. What we do is what is going to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Eber. Our response, our action, our behavior have a lot to do to the outcome of their cases. Mazi Simon Eber said that before even he was kidnapped, before he was arrested. He said it during the time of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in our hand. That was the message of Mazi Simon Eber. And that was why he went extra mile to pursue the cause of Biafra to the highest level. Because only Biafra will free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Only Biafra. Just like Joe Ayoba said, when he was asked about the freedom of his leader, he said, when Ambazonia is free, their leaders is free. In the same vein with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Simon Eber knew that when Biafra is free, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is free. He went ahead to explain it, that if wars come to wars, we go into prisoner exchange. As they take Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we take their own personalities. By the time we take those who are important to them also, then they will call for exchange. These were all the plans that were on the ground. And Mazi Simon Eber doesn't hide his plans. He doesn't hide his activities. He put it forward and say, if you want to go and truncate it, go ahead. More especially because everything he was doing was legal. We don't indulge in illegality. But they took him away from us. I want you to remember every of his word. Just like he said that what we do will determine the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The same way himself today, what you and I do will have a lot of effect on the release of Mazi Simon Ekpa. What you and I do will trigger the release of Mazi Simon Ekpa. Then ask yourself, what are you doing today? What is that thing that you are doing today that will affect the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa? What? Is it coming online to gossip? Is it coming online to narrate your brother how he's doing it well and how he's not doing it well? It is coming online to come and analyze a video of your fellow content creator, because that is what all of you are. Both the analyzer and the person is analyzing, they are all content creators. You wait for somebody to do a video for you to take the video, and now you come and analyze. You don't have any other message except analyzing people's video. Is that not madness? That's insane. And in even analyzing, you are not even saying what the person said. You are passing a wrong message. You're not passing the same message the person, you're not narrating exactly what the person said. You push your propaganda against your brother, is that what you're going to do to effect the freedom of Mazi Simon Ekpa or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? I will continue to ask this question. Maybe some people will come back to their senses. The comments you are writing on comment section, what you are posting on your channel, how will that affect the release of Mazi Simon Ekpa or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? During the time of Mazi Simon Ekpa, we saw him, he did something that affected the release and the serious discussion of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which is sit at home. Every one of us engaged in the support of sit at home. Tomorrow is Monday. It's going to be another sit at home. At least for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that one alone, that sit at home, we are holding it tight. And we are seeing the result of the sit at home. We saw the result, and we continue to see the result of the sit at home till tomorrow. It is one thing we have for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They have made sure that his case will always be discussed. Sit at home, put the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on the front line. But for Mazi Simon Ekpa today, what are you doing? What are you doing? Mazi Simon Ekpa, I ask you, what are you doing to effect the release of Mazi Simon Ekpa? On your own, by your actions, by your deed, by your videos you make, by your posts, by your comments. How does that affect the release of Mazi Simon Ekpa? When you go to a platform, you are sharing a video of saga. You share a video of saga. That is the only thing you know how to share. Where they promote you or support you, or where they talk something against your brother or your sister. You forgot what you're supposed to say. You forgot the real enemy that is facing us. You forgot the real communication you have to pass to the world to let them know what is going on in Biafra land. We have forgotten it. We are busy gossiping. We are busy pushing propaganda and blackmail against each other. We are enjoying the saga. Mr. A said this and Mr. B will reply. Mr. B said this and Mr. D will reply. Castigating one another. Is that what is going to trigger the release of Mazi Simon Ekpa or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? How does that contribute to the release of these two people? Every one of you know that these two people are very, very important to us. It doesn't matter. Maybe they are not important to you, but as for me, they remain the front bearers of this very struggle, and we need them now more than ever. More especially Mazi Simon Ekpa. We need him now more than ever. We need him now more than ever. Look at what the Janjaweed are doing in Biafra land. Look at what they are doing. The war that we fought during the time of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu kidnap, that war is going on now. The war between brothers and brothers, sisters and sisters, that is the war that is going on as we speak in Biafra land. Something we have overcome a long time ago. A war that we have almost won during the time of Mazi Simon Ekpa. members of ESN, who the government bought over to join the Bubagu. And some of them joined the Bubagu. Mazi Samonek was able to put a stop to them. He was able to create a formation that our people stopped joining the Bubagu. They were so scared to join the Bubagu. They couldn't go to that recruitment. Instead, people were recruited into the Liberation Army of Biafra. The recruitment of the Liberation Army of Biafra was going on. We saw our soldiers, very proud of them. But today, what are you seeing? That same war we fought during the time of Mazen Nanika Master is still going on today. Now we are seeing people decamping from Liberation Army, joining Udugachi, joining different kinds of security outfit, and they turn back and begin to fight against their own. They now join, when they join and the security outfit, now they begin to fight against Biafra struggle, the people who are fighting for Biafra. This is what we saw during the time of Mazen Nandekan. The governors penetrated and they were able to take some commanders away, take away some Liberation Army members, and they began to work for them. And Mazen Samoneba worked so hard, did a marvelous job to be able to recover many of them. And many of them returned back. And those who refused to return and they were fighting against the Liberation Army faced them head on, and they began to hide. They went to hiding. Some of them regretted ever leaving the Liberation Army. But after Mazi Simon ever left, today, confusion, distrust has now bring back another inside war. We will now begin to see Biafrans again attacking each other. The same battle you are seeing on social media is going on on the ground. If you don't know it now. This war of mouth, this saga you are seeing on social media, it is going on the ground also. The Liberation Army of Biafra. Some of them have been confused and compromised, and they joined Udogachi and whatever. And today they are fighting against their own brothers and sisters, fighting on the side of the Zoological Republic government, including giving them arms and ammunition to go after their own people in their own villages. When you hear they attack the home of a member of Liberation Army, they say, who is passing that information? Who is leading it? These are people who were with us before. Something we suffered during the time of Mazi Nandekano exit. It is happening now as we speak. Wasting the blood of the innocent people. The brave soldiers that will fight for us are selling each other out. People that are supposed to be in unity and fight for their freedom, fight for their nation, they are selling each other out. And you think by selling out your brother, you become a hero. Only a madman would think in that manner, because that same person that you sold your brother to will take you out, because that person wouldn't trust you. The person knows that if you can sell your brother, his own case is a Akamu case. If you can openly, boldly sell your own brother, what about a foreigner, an outsider? What about an outsider? What are you going to do to an outsider? You will eat them and drink their blood. Onye gburu nwanne ya abụrụ odogwu. Onye gburu nwanne ya abụrụ odogwu. Today we are struggling to get our feet back. And people are not asking themselves questions. The Janjaweed have succeeded again in planting the seed of discord among us. While we are busy fighting each other, they are busy exploiting us. They are busy pushing the Janjaweed into our land. They are busy taking territories in our land. While you are busy online, engaging in saga, insulting everybody and abusing everybody, the Janjaweed is busy doing what While the men on the ground are busy fighting each other, looking down on each other, listening to propaganda and blackmail, the Fulanis are busy arming themselves and coming closer and closer and closer. I pray that Chukwu Abiyama will set our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandekano free. His presence is going to do a lot of job for us. Without his presence, it's going to be very, very difficult. Without Mazi Samaneka Mazen Nandekano, this journey is going to be tough. Tougher than you expect. You prepare yourself. You must prepare yourself. Every one of us must get ready. Because where we are today and where we are going, if anybody is deceiving you and telling you that nothing is happening, something serious is really happening. And we must be very careful. We must be very, very careful. We must be very careful. Chukwu Abiyama loves us so much that he always gives that opportunity. He has always given us opportunity to be better people, opportunity to do what we have to do, opportunity. But some of us abuse that very opportunity. Some of us abuse that opportunity. We destroy ourselves by ourselves. We destroy the project of Chukwu Abiyama by ourselves, and we think all is going to be well. All is not going to be well. It's not going to be well. There are things we need to do for ourselves. God cannot do everything for us. There are things God will do for us, but there are things we do for ourselves. And those things we will do for ourselves, it is now that we have to do them. Don't wait for tomorrow. It is now that we must prepare to do things for ourselves. Chukwu Abiyama has given us that grace, the grace of revelation. He gave us a leader, gave us prophets who can tell us what is going to happen when it doesn't happen. It is left for us to take actions and make sure that things doesn't go out of hand. We have seen where we found ourselves. It is very clear that Nigeria is not working for anybody. More especially we, the Biafrans. And we cannot allow ourselves to be used and continue to be abused. Nigeria is not a place that a human being will be. That when you serve Nigeria, you return in shame. It doesn't matter the effort you make there, it is a waste. And the most painful thing is that Nigeria is what it is today. The good name they have today is because of the Biafran people. But they will never remember the good. They will always remember evil. Their target was evil. Today, they are expanding their hatred. They are exporting their hatred today to neighboring countries, instigating violence against us. And some of us are not concerned. You think that your brother is the problem. No, it's not. It's not. We must continue to speak, and we have to continue to stand strong, more especially against these politicians. The politicians who have made it their own duty to fight against us. The pledge of every politician in Biafra land is to fight against the Biafran people. That is one thing they sign before they are appointed in any post as a politician. Just like Peter Obi today. Peter Obi's first mission is to crush Biafra. That is one thing he used to be have to sign first before any party will give him their flag bearer. Before any party will give Peter Obi flag bearer, he will first of all sign that he will crush Biafra. And you have seen him in an interview boast that he have done it before and he will do it again. Remember what he did to Biafrans in Ozu River, where he took the life of Biafrans and threw them into the sea. His own brothers. Today, all his campaign and all his goodwill is in the north. He doesn't care about you. And yet, some of you are still hoping that he's going to do something for you. Some of you are still thinking that somehow, if you become a president, your life will be better. No problem. Take your citizenship in Nigeria. Go and take a citizenship of Nigeria. As for those of us who are out of Nigeria already, it doesn't bother us anymore. Everybody's entitled to be a president anywhere he wants. After all, Obama was a Kenyan and he became a president of the United States. There are many other people contesting in politics and all over the world. So, if Peter Obi decide to exercise his nationality as a Nigerian and be a president, good luck. And if you want to join him, good luck. Go ahead. Join him. But don't stand in our way. We are not Nigerians. And we will never be Nigerians. And we have never even been Nigerians before. Whatever they are calling before, they did just by force. They forced us into it. It wasn't our own word. It wasn't our own agreement. There was never a time a discussion was made and we signed up for being a Nigerian. The only time Nigeria came closest to having something that is sensible was in the time of Goodluck Jonathan during that constitutional conference. The conference was held. People came and said their mind. If Nigeria had implemented that conference, maybe now when we are talking, people will tell us, oh, there was a constitutional conference. Representatives come from our place. We have people from our place, even though they are still criminals. Even though they are criminal politicians, you and I know that these are a bunch of criminal politicians that came even for that constitutional conference. But at least, if they had implemented that nonsense, by now, they will still have an argument. They will still have an argument. We still have a long way to go. But that very constitutional conference was thrown to the dustbin. In fact, late Muhammad Buhari destroyed it completely and never looked into it. Today, you have another, some from the Southwest. They don't care about such thing. That was the closest thing to set Nigeria in a pace of being a nation. The closest Nigeria got to being a nation was that constitutional conference, the closest. That was the closest Nigeria got to becoming a nation. It was that constitutional conference because every region was represented in there. Every region was there. And they spoke their mind. But it was ignored. And today, the drug baron is there building an empire for himself. The drug baron is there building his own empire and doesn't want anybody to survive. Tomorrow, you will put somebody else and that person will come and build his own empire also. So politics and governance in Nigeria is about individuals and certain group of people to satisfy themselves. And yet, they will come and shove it in your neck and tell you they must accept it. Using the British, the Americans, and the French to push the agenda in Nigeria because of their own interests. And yet, some of us are busy gossiping. You are busy challenging your brother, thinking that your brother is your enemy. I have decided, I have said it long time ago. And now we have to be talking less of these idiotic distractors who are everywhere. I don't want to spend my time on distractors anymore. They can say anything they want to say. They are entitled to their opinion. They can join any group they want to join. They are entitled to their whatever they do. Every one of us as human beings, we have our right to take decisions. And it will be sad for a Biafran to stand up to them and say, oh, I was deceived. I didn't know the right place. I don't know the right, and that is why you are an idiot. I have no mercy for you. Excuse me. You're an idiot. After all we have passed through, after we've gone through, you come out and say, you don't know why you are doing what you do. You don't know this. You don't know that you are deceived. You don't know who is right. Continue being your confusion. Go ahead. Go ahead and continue saying that. You decide to be confused. Remain in your confusion. Who cares? Who cares? Mmiri a na-ezo, mmiri a na-eru na ọ ya ama onye ọbụla. Mmiri a efu na-eru ọ ya ama onye ọbụla, mmadụ onye ọbụla afọ. A time will come when this revolution, nobody is going to call you again. You will revolt. A time will come. I know our people, you want to wait until when you are pushed to the wall. Don't worry. Just pray that when you are pushed to the wall, you still have the strength to bounce back. The war is going on already, both inside and outside, inward and outward. Some of us have lost their conscience that they are today destroying what they are supposed to be building. Some of us are focused on destroying what they are supposed to build, or what they have built before. They are busy destroying it. Both among the men on the ground, the men on the air, the men on the media, there are people who are busy destroying what they have built before. They are very busy, devote all their time, 24/7, to destroy what they have built before. And I tell them, congratulations. Be careful what you wish for. As you wish to destroy yourself, no problem. Your forefathers are waiting for you. Whether you are man on the ground or man on the air or whatever, your forefathers are waiting for you. Somebody who has fought for this freedom. You have fought on the side of Biafra in this freedom. As a member of ESN, all of a sudden, you are now fighting against the Liberation Army. And you think you will survive. You think you'll survive. From the moment you made that shift, from light to darkness, that marks the end. Your security is gone. Just a question of time, you are gone. Remember those ones who were fighting our Liberation Army when Master Samuel was there? Every one of them went down. Those ones who joined the Babago to fight Liberation Army during the time of Master Samuel, go and ask where they are today. Every single one of them. There was one in Enugu that was giving problem that time. Following the military in front line. He doesn't cover his face. He followed the military and go to camps to attack the Liberation Army. But when they brought him down, by now, either he's in hell or in heaven, wherever he is, in hell, of course, Satan will be asking him to give account of what he did. And that will be the fate of everyone that is fighting against this struggle. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter where you're coming from. It doesn't matter what you believe. You must always remember to speak the truth at always. Only the truth can set you free. Your lies and your propaganda will not last for too long. The lies and propaganda will not last for too long. We have an assignment to protect our land, and we must defend and protect our land. Remember, tomorrow is sit at home. Every one of us in the homeland, you must support and join the sit at home. If you like, gamble with your life. You will not stop Biafra. Whether you live or you die, it doesn't stop Biafra. Biafra will stay calm. If you don't know that, know it. Whether you live or you die, Biafra will definitely come. Mazen Nandekano has only one mission: to restore Biafra. and he's not backing down. Master Simon Ekpa has one mission to restore Biafra, and he's not backing down. Those of us who are genuinely following them, we are not backing down. It doesn't matter how long it takes. We will continue to follow up and fight this battle until we get to the promised land. We are not backing down. For me, I have already made my choice. Just like I have always said in my program, that I don't have any other choice. I wish there is another choice. For me, I don't have a second choice. I wish I had a second choice. Then I will opt for it. My choice is one: freedom through Biafra. Freedom through Biafra. That Biafra that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Ohamadike of Biafra land, laid the foundation. That Biafra upon which our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko is building upon. That Biafra that led us to the United States of Biafra where we are today. That is the Biafra I support. That is the Biafra I know. That is the freedom I know. And we must continue to push and push and push until we get to our destination. No matter how they try to hinder our Prime Minister and our Supreme Leader, they must definitely join us. Tomorrow is Monday and a special day. I know some of you will ask, oh, they just sit at, there is sit at home. It doesn't stop. Master Simon Ekpa made a proclamation. He said it will never stop until we get to Biafra land. It will never stop. The only person that have the power to stop it is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And he cannot stop it from the detention. From Afari Ibeko, in his father's compound, he will make that declaration. Only then and then we will begin to consider lifting the Monday sit at home. Until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu speak from his father's compound, made a broadcast and said, it is over. So don't ask me if there will be sit at home. The only thing you'll be asking is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out? Is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out? Even it is now that we are supposed to be doing the greater sit at home. I wish Mazi Simon Ekpa is here. If Mazi Simon Ekpa was here, it is now we will step up the sit at home. Because we have seen that the Nigerian government is playing with our intelligence. They are not willing to do the right thing. And until you force them to do the right thing, they will never, ever do it. Nigerian government will never do the right thing. You need to force them. We know their attitude. They want to be forced to do what they have to do. So we have no choice than to force them. We will have no choice than to force them. So wherever you are watching this program from, I urge you to prepare your mind and prepare yourself. The war ahead of us is a war that we must win. A war that we must fight and we must win. It is not maybe. We must fight this war and we must win it. So wherever you are watching this program, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Okike, no matter the distraction you are seeing, there are a lot of distractions. There are a lot. I'm not going to tell you that there are so many distractions inside and outside us, including from people you trust. You think they are okay. They are not okay. They are not sane. Don't give up. Control your emotions. Biafra is possible. Regardless all the distractions, all the confusions, all the infighting and outfighting, Biafra is possible. Don't give up. What you are seeing now is bound to be seen. And what you are seeing in Biafra restoration today is not peculiar to only Biafrans. Many other people have faced the same fate. Many countries that fought for their freedom, they had saboteurs as we have now. They had confusions. They have some insiders who were causing confusion, just like they are doing to us now. People pass through the same stage. So don't give up. You don't give up. We must continue to think back home. When you remember that tiny rope that holds all of us, freedom, whether it is somebody you hate, somebody who has offended you, you hate the person, you don't like her, you don't like him, no matter how bad he or she is, there is one thing that connects you and her. It is freedom. The United States of Biafra. United, we must be united as Biafrans. That unity of purpose, unity of purpose. Whenever you remember, when you mention united, every of your anger will go down. I'm telling you how it is for me. Is everything all right? No. Sometimes I get so angry. Sometimes I feel, what is the essence of coming here to waste my time and talk every day and talk? But when I remember that name, united, I remember the unity of purpose. Because of that tiny line that holds all of us, I will take back my sword and I swallow the insult. I swallow all the nonsense that they throw around. Sometimes you see people who are not supposed to talk to you. People who are not supposed to insult you. You lose friends, you lose contact, you lose a lot of things, all in the name of Biafra. And at the same time, the same people you are fighting the cause with also are against you. So when you look at yourself, you begin to imagine what Mazen Nandekano is facing, those of them who are in that front line. If those of us who are on this lower level are facing these kinds of attack and all that, if those of us on this lower level are facing this kind of assault, you imagine what Mazen Nandekano is going through. Imagine what Mazen Simon Ekpa went through. But yet they continue to stand up to this minute. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are, never give up. We must continue to hold this mandate until we get to Biafra land in the presence of our leaders. It's an assignment that are given to us. Hold the mandate. When you remember holding that mandate, shield your sword. Whether your sister offend you, your brother offend you, your partner offend you, take a deep breath and you say, because of this, let there always be something you will look at and say, because of this, if not for this, if you can be using that word, it can save us a lot of trouble. More especially men on the ground today that are leaving the Liberation Army and they are joining the Bubago, joining the Udogachi, joining the Nigerian military to fight against their people. No matter how angry you are with your brother, you will say, if not for this Biafra, if not for Mazen Nandekano suffering, if not for Mazen Simon suffering, I would have done this, I would have done that. Let there be that if. Let there be that if in your life. In the course of this Biafra. If you don't have that if, it is going to be very difficult for you to survive because the challenges are so much. The obstacles, the lie, the propaganda, the distraction is so much. Always remember that if. Try to find that if. Try to find it. Try to find that if. You always say, if not for this, if not for this. When you find that if, you will never ever go back again. It is going to save us a lot of trouble. That is why I encourage every one of us to find that if. When you are dealing with your brother, more especially. When you are dealing with your fellow comrade. When you are dealing with a fellow Biafran. When you are dealing with somebody who you are chasing the same thing with. Always remember that if. Let there be that if. Let there be that thing you remember. Say, if not for this. It is very, very important for us to have that if. In all our speech, in all our encounter, in all our dealings, in the course of Biafra, it is going to save us a lot of trouble. This message mainly for people who are on the ground. The Liberation Army, we appreciate all of them. both the ones who have worked in the past and the ones who are still working now, the old and the new. I appreciate every one of them. We admire their efforts. Many of them have made tremendous sacrifice that is undeniable. And it is high time they begin to look towards their freedom after the declaration. It's supposed to be planning for taking a rest. The plan now is supposed to be, they are supposed to be preparing themselves on how to come to the camps and all that, and have a barrack and have a normal life like other people do. Live a normal military life like other people do, instead of staying in the bushes. That is supposed to be their dreams. And I know that this is one of their dreams, every one of them. Every liberation army of Biafra are dreaming that one day they are going to serve the Biafran army in their barracks, enjoying the benefits of all their suffering. Why are you giving up? You give up, you join the camp of the enemies to fight against your brother. You give up, you join the camp of enemy to fight those who you are supposed to protect. That doesn't go well. If you're one of those, please try to find that if. Find that if. Say, if not for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if not for Mazi Simon Ekpa, if not for Biafra, if not for my freedom, I would have done so. And when you remember that if, take back your sword, because the mission is Biafra. There is nothing else except Biafra. No other option. No other option. Except you have decided to be a slave for the rest of your life. Except you want to die as a slave. There, you can go for your options. But for those who genuinely want a change, there is no other option for us. None. It is either Biafra or nothing. There is no other option. So I appreciate everyone who have joined us on this very Sunday sermon. Remember, tomorrow is sit at home. Tell your family members, your brothers and sisters, that sit at home continues tomorrow. And tomorrow morning, we are going to have our sit at home morning program. And also bring you the update of the sit at home as we always do. So wherever you are, remember that tomorrow will be a sit at home in support of our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and also Mazi Simon Ekpa inclusive, and every political prisoner of Biafra that is being held captive. Remember, the sit at home has done tremendous things for us. That sit at home has a lot to do for us. That is a continuous self-referendum. A continued self-referendum that have lasted for more than 4 years. It will be recorded in history and will never be forgotten. After we have fully taken our land, it will be recorded. And the world is watching. Self-referendum for more than 4 years. Every Monday, demanding the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and all the political prisoners of Biafra. And again, it is one of the delegitimization of the Zoological Republic government in Biafra territory. One of the key facts that shows that Nigeria and its politicians has no legitimacy in Biafra land. That is why they fought sit at home with all their power, with the other to stop it. But the Biafrans said, no, you don't have that power. You don't have that legitimacy. That is to show that the Biafrans have taken away the power away from these criminals who call themselves politicians. Nigeria has no legitimacy in Biafra territory. That is why they sit at home. With all their propaganda, their blackmail, taking of life, and all lies. Yet, they were not able to stop it. They were not able to stop it. They have gone extra mile to push all manner of propaganda. There is nothing they have not said against the sit at home, but yet Biafrans continue. because they have no legitimacy. From the local government chairman up onto the highest rank of a politician in Nigeria, in Biafra land, they don't have legitimacy in our territory. And we have told them to leave our territory. Anybody wearing Nigerian army uniform, police uniform in our territory is an occupying force. And we cannot guarantee their safety in our land. We don't need occupation force. Every occupation forces in Biafra should leave. We have said it in writing. We speak about it on different platforms. Our Prime Minister announced it. The Deputy Prime Minister announced it. We have been singing it several times. So if you refuse to listen, whatever happens to you, it's up to you. We cannot guarantee your safety in Biafran territory. My fellow Biafrans, I appreciate every one of you that joined us. Let us hear this strong word from Mazen Nandekan before we call it a day, and we will come back tomorrow morning to continue on this our line of message. Remember, this week we dealt with the politicians who are pushing their lie and their propagandas against us. They were the most people that we dealt with. You are the people we dealt with, but we will still continue to deal with them because they are our main major problem. They are our major problem. You cannot deny that. They are our number one problem. The politicians. Those evil politicians, they are number one problem. And that is why we dealt with them. We took our time to deal with them and their evil. Vitaly said, please, Mazichus, I want to suggest to USB government to look into our army and train a special group that will face all the evil government that has been big problem to our total freedom. Vitalis Elechi, you made a good suggestion. And everybody have been looking toward the same direction and saying the same thing. And I believe that the government is taking note. I believe they're taking note. You have a point, because these politicians are our problem. The governors are our problem. The politicians and the governors, they are the main people that are holding us captive, turning back the hand of time. They are the ones that are creating confusion in the midst of our liberation army. They are the ones that buy off some of our liberation army. They forced some of our liberation army to go and join the Bobago. They went and joined Udogachi and all that. Then they gave them money, said that they're giving them amnesty and all whatnot. And through that amnesty, they have taken many of them, and many of them have lost their life. So they are our problem. They are our problem. Our people, a time has come when you begin to have your stance. Somebody like Mazen Nandekano is unbribable. Mazen Simon Eber is unbribable. Why are you bribable? Why are we making ourselves bribable? It is sad. I don't know why we are putting a price tag on our head every time. Look at Mazen Nandekano. Unbribable. They have done everything they want to do. They tried everything. They could not be able to bribe Mazen Nandekano. They have given him different kinds of things, different kinds of options, different kinds of offer. He never accepted. What about you? What about you? Why is it that some of us are easily bought over? Why is it that some of us are easily bought over? Why is it that some of us, we cannot think beyond what we eat and what we drink? Some of us, our brain is in our stomach. Our brain. Even some people who are talking for freedom today, they are shouting and talking about freedom. Once they see money, they sell and they begin to talk a different thing. Just look at now, the campaign will start very soon for the election. When this campaign, you will see some people who are content creators today who are talking about Biafra. They will change and they will begin to talk about politics. Very soon, you will see even people who claim to be Biafra agitators go to their platform, they will start posting politics, Nigerian politics. They will begin to advertise Nigerian politics. That is how bad it is. Why is it that we cannot think outside our stomach? Mazin Nanikano said there are Biafrans that are unbribable. There are people that are unbribable. Why don't you make yourself unbribable? Take your stand and decide, this is what I want. Pursue it and you will get it. Pursue it and you get it. Why are we making ourselves available for bribe? Once you put a price tag on yourself, there is somebody out there to pay. If you make yourself buyable, there is somebody out there that is willing to pay at every time. It doesn't matter how much you cost. Somebody out there will offer you that bribe that you want. That is why you must not make yourself available. Make yourself unbribable. If you make yourself unbribable, you can get the status of Mazin Nandekan that he has today. That even his enemy will confess him as angel of light. You can get the status of Mazin Samarema. That even his enemies are beginning to confess his good work. Wherever you are as a Biafran, I urge you to pay attention and don't get distracted. Let us hear this short message from our Supreme Leader Mazin Nandekan before we round up.
Most of the priceless artifacts and paintings belong to the family in Germany. It was stolen by the Nazi party. Do you know that? Eventually, the government of the with compensation and support. That's what we're going to do. Because our investment will come back. So we know we can get it from. So there is nothing anyone to worry about. If I'm not stopping you from being an Nigerian, if you're born on the streets of Lagos, you want to be an Egyptian, and your name is Adama.
You've heard Mazin Nandekan. It's a very clear message. A very clear message. You can be whatever you want to be. If you want to be a one Nigerianist, it is up to you. But you see, Biafra, you can't stop Biafra. You can never, ever, ever stop Biafra. If you think you can stop Biafra, you are really wasting your time. You better think of something else. Biafra have come to stay. We have no other word except this one that we are seeing today, Biafra. Every one of us, wherever you are, you must know that all we have is Biafra. Just like I said that I don't have any other choice. If you are a true Biafra, you don't have any other choice. It's only Biafra. It is either Biafra or nothing. And every one of us must have that at the back of their mind.
I want every one of you to remember these three words. Nigerians, we are no more. Southeasterners and the Southerners, we can. And Biafrans, we must be.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that message? It's a direct message. He didn't miss words. A clear and direct message. Nigeria, we are no more. Southeast or Southerners, we cannot become. Biafra, we must be. I appreciate everyone that have been with us on this program. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for being part of the program. I hope to see you tomorrow morning when we are going to do our morning program. Please, if you have not shared this program, try and share. Also, click like as you're sharing. Very, very important. Tomorrow, we're going to have a lot of things to discuss tomorrow. So make sure you are part of the discussion tomorrow, our morning program. A place where we interact, where many panelists are going to join us tomorrow to continue to dive in onto the issue of Biafra, and most importantly, the sit at home. If you are Biafra land, please do not forget, sit at home is ongoing. Tell your members of your family and your friends that sit at home will never ever stop. It will never ever stop until we get home. The only person that has the right and authority to stop sit at home is Mazen Nandekano. Outside, not inside. Once we see him in his father's compound and announce that it is over, then we understand it is over. As for now, sit at home, continue tomorrow. Thank you so much for listening. May Chukwu Okuke Abịama guide and protect every one of you as Biafran. May Chukwu Okuke Abịama guide and protect everyone who has participated on this program. Thank you so much for being part of it, and see you tomorrow. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.
This is not wicked word. This is not confusion word. Listen to Palibran. I will tell you a story about one lady girl. Pali they go to work. Pali they work for bank. Then I enter for motor. Driver they go. Opposite Udi, but the rocky hand the side, along the Sukudu road. I see people run. I see people run. Then I ask the driver waiting they happen. Driver waiting they happen. Driver tell the body boy, see no day for talk. See nothing for that. If better you take your eye and see. Then I call the driver. Driver waiting. Driver waiting. This is my wicked word.